I know I'm disorganised and I should have done this earlier, but here's my September roundup. Hello, fellow teddy bears. Hello. My name is Strangefish, or Fitty if you're feeling friendly, and this is a late lineup of movies released in September. Horror movies, to be exact. But you knew that already, didn't you? This is Trailer React.
Strangefish.
Sit there, Yellow Ted. First up, All Fun and Games.
3, 2, 1.
From the trailer, All Fun and Games looks like your bog standard teen slasher film with a bit of demonic possession thrown in for fun and games. A group of Salem teens unleash a demonic presence courtesy of a snazzy little cursed knife with a fun message carved on it. And with the sense and reasoning of old What's-His-Face,
Naturom Demonto.
Dang it, What's-Its-Face! They only go and read the dang thing.
I will play. I won't quit.
And hey presto, demon. And cat. All this demon really wants to do is play some childhood games. He's just lonely. But he doesn't seem to know the rules very well because all of his playmates seem to end up a little bit on the dead side.
How about some Hangman?
I wasn't jumping with excitement when I saw this trailer. To be honest, it doesn't look like anything we haven't seen a million times before. A little slasher fun maybe, so if that's your kind of thing, and let's face it, it's my kind of thing. It has, or had, a UK and US release date of September 1st. It's a little low on my priority list, but I'll probably still go and see it if I have the time. If you go and see it, let me know what you thought, and just remember,
I won't quit.
You have been hiding here all this time.
Who are you talking to? Mama?
I don't think I ever expected a Poirot film to be in the horror category. While they are mysterious and often deadly tales, there's usually a very real, very human culprit for the detective's mustachioed nose to sniff out. But for this little outing, the emphasis seems to be placed heavily on the supernatural, with Hercule Poirot himself even beginning to doubt his senses.
You were saying?
Whether this will have an ambiguous ending or a straight out of Scooby-Doo face reveal proving it was Janitor John with a projector and a wire act all along, only time will tell. It's based on the Agatha Christie novel from 1969, The Halloween Party, and this marks the first time that particular novel has been adapted for film, and that might just go in their favour because one of the biggest criticisms from the last two outings was that the mystery wasn't mysterious enough. I like a bit of mystery. It reminds me of watching daytime TV detective shows with my mum, like Diagnosis Murder or Columbo. Though my favourite was the Father Dowling mysteries with the dad from Happy Days and good old Sister Steve. But far from the quirky, happy-go-lucky, whoops I done a murder folly of Jessica Fletcher, we're sprinkling in a smattering of spectres to spice up our cinema-going experience. It looks suitably fun and scary with a nice eerie soundtrack over the trailer. And Michelle Yeoh looks set to give another great performance as the medium at the heart of it all. With a UK release date of the 14th of September and 15th for the US, that's going quite high on my list because it looks like something that could be a little interesting and hopefully a little different. And just for fun, let's hear that musical sting again. Ooh, chilly.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done.
Saw X or Saw 10. Just when you thought it was safe to make bad decisions in life and spend all your days eating crisps and sitting in front of the telly with no fear of repercussions from a homicidal maniac intent on teaching you to cherish every moment, Jigsaw is back. But don't worry. Unless you're a shady doctor or a sham healer, you're perfectly safe this time around. Because this time, John Kramer is taking things a little personally.
You all pretended to cure me, but what I have planned for each of you is very real.
It's hard to get enthusiastic about this one because we've all gotten a little bit tired of the franchise. I think in the end I was only really following it to see what kind of traps they came up with, because they were always gruesomely inventive. Not that I'm weird. I'm not weird. I just like special effects. Does that make me weird? Probably yes. But I kind of gave up on it when what was left of the story became a little bit too confusing to follow and made my brain feel fluffy. It was a big pile of messy intestines strewn about the floor and you couldn't tell which spleen belonged to which corpse. See him for the first movie. He works for Jigsaw now. And her by the heat, aye, she's there and all. Oh, and that one you were maybe feeling a bit of sympathy for. No, on the bad team. And is this the good cop? Or is this the good cop? They all look the same to me. Who the heck is that? I thought John Kramer died 3 movies ago. In the end, I really couldn't keep track of the characters and their roles. But it's being touted as John Kramer's final outing, the last big hurrah, so hopefully they're pulling out all the stops and making this the best one ever to end on. And I did always like Tobin Bell as Jigsaw with the deadpan voice and the expressionless face. He'll always be an iconic horror villain. And I feel like I have to see it just to round off the franchise. UK and US release of September 29th. My birthday! But I won't be going to see it on that day because I'm going to be graduating that day. Hurrah! Humble brag. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So instead of sitting cosy watching a movie, I will be awkwardly walking across the stage, hoping I don't trip up on my gown and fall flat on my nose. But after that, I'll probably go and see Saw. Yeah, see Saw. I'm an adult.
It's okay. It was just a bad dream. You have a beautiful imagination. It's going to get you into trouble one day.
Currently out in the cinemas right now is a film that I didn't even know existed until I went to look and see what's on this week. Cobweb, the story of an 8-year-old boy who starts to hear strange noises coming from behind the walls at night and begins to unravel a sinister secret. It's definitely unusual. Couldn't really make my mind up about this one. It was really good in parts and a little bit awkward in other places. Anytime we're focusing on just Peter and the strange noises behind his bedroom wall are excellent. When the parents get involved, it's a little bit awkward, bordering on campy, but without the funny. All the adults in this movie make really questionable choices. The school teacher in particular, who seems to have fallen victim to the malady of make decisions based on what the plot needs to happen, rather than according to character or reasonable expectation or based on evidence. The young boy playing Peter is excellent. I'm always more impressed by child actors than adult actors because acting is hard, and to be that good that young is impressive. As for the adults, I wouldn't say the acting was bad, but it was definitely weird. Whether that's by direction or odd acting choice, I don't know, but it almost took me out of the moment in certain places. In particular with the mother, who's very dramatic. The spooky is nice and spooky, and there is a good build-up of mystery and suspense. It isn't all reliant on jump scares. Sound design was great, from what little I understand about sound design. Utilising diegetic noises from the environment for the atmosphere and build-up of tension rather than relying on musical stings. Clock me using the new words I've just learned. But I always think the real test of a spooky movie is how much it affects your little brain pan and works your imagination, especially after the movie is over. And this one had my little hectic hamster running all over the maze, seeing scary monsters in every shadow. I mean, I wasn't imagining looming faces leaping out at me from the dark corners of the cinema, or cowering in the weird orange glow of the lift, or creeped out by the unnaturally slowly opening doors on the ground floor. Thanks, Cineworld. I bet you spookified those lifts on purpose, just for us cowardly horror fans. Towards the end, and in particular how it ended, it started to feel like a story that belonged more in a Tales from the Crypt Keeper or something, or as a short segment from a longer anthology of horror. I don't know, it felt like it was good, but I needed more. Or less? I don't know. But that's all I can think of to say without giving it away too much, and I don't want to give it away because I do recommend you go and see this one. I think I liked it. The scary was really good. The script was a little questionable in places, but still worth seeing, and I'm glad I went, especially since it was a little surprise movie that I wasn't expecting to see. And that's it from our roundup of September horror movies. Obviously The Exorcist and The Nun 2 are also out, but I had a little blather about them earlier, and we all know how I feel about them. But will I still be wasting the money to go and see them? Probably yes. But for now, like if you liked, and toodles!
Strange fish.
I will play, I will quit, I will play, I won't quit, I will play, I will